already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating 'cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, Be like in my...
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Check out. Ready. Mike 45. You ain't going nowhere. 12. Watch out. Check. Ready.
Now they try the right side here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second and a yard, Luck. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. Early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, watch this. Go ahead. Show it up. Big gas.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Check out. Wide 90. We own it.
Luck now to throw. He's got it to Hilton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Check. On.
On 4th down, Locke. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. This complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, he'll find Jones again, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 23.
He had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To throw is Ryan. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd, Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the team...
And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Slam, slam, slam. Check 50, check 50.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Allen Bailey in on the stop.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Strong right. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Look out! Line 40! Mexico, Mexico!
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get it behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Back to throw, Love. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 45's the mic, 45's the mic. 11 Z.
Hey, wahoo!
A shotgun snap for Love. He's going to fire. It got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Down from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
21, General West, 51, down.
From the 27, Ryan complete to Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go for it. Let's go.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Locke. He He's got Jack Doyle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. 11 feet. Check 37. Check 37. Watch twist. 12. Spine.
Throwing is locked. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Lott. Left side, Doyle with it. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Love. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Alert 3. Check 31. Check 31. Kill.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
Here we go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now it's Locke. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. The try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He juked him. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He did it again. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Locke. Finding Paris Campbell, and there's Campbell's first NFL catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Locke. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Luck now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Clock throwing again. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On second down and 4, Ryan. Jones has it. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Ryan now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It's second down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
59, Mike. Hey, Alpha.
Throwing again. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. On first down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, what a move. Oh, and now some space to operate. 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brings up second and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Alert!
They'll get 5 on the dump off there, and that'll lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Now
Locke. And He's got his man on the out route. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan, this complete to Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Play action. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go. It's Gurley. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Now Locke. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Allen Bailey. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw is Luck. And the catch made by Hilton. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They are going for it. It's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says go for it. You actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now it's Ryan. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Come on, fellas.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This will be taken in at the 1. Look at the spin.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Check out.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The Colts on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Love. Complete to Hilton. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back to throw. Love. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle.
That ball is caught. It's Doyle. Touchdown, Colts. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Complete to Jones. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Bravo.
Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Check out. Right, 40. Here we go. 12. Hey, 7.
Now it's Luck. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dante Fowler in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Go.
Well, look to throw. He's got it to Hilton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Luck now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Luck. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
21.
Ryan wants to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Falcons, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.